Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Wendy. So in today's video, we're going to do a little tour of my kitchen and dining room. So we're going to start over here in my pantry area. And I'm just going to give you a little sideways view, and then I'm going to move around so you can see what it looks like directly in the front. So I built this pantry. This used to be part closed off pantry with some sliding doors. And then where the microwave is, that used to be where the refrigerator was years ago. And on the other side of that, where the turquoise fridge is, that was added onto the house at some later point. I'm not sure when, but this is where it had stopped. So I ripped all of that stuff out, and then I built out this pantry with shelves and brackets. And this all came from my local Menards store. So you can pretty much get this stuff from any hardware place. And these are the glued pine boards. And I just wanted a nice pantry that I could hide my stuff behind. And then if you look at the curtains there, these are actually the painter's drop cloth curtains. And I can close them if I do not want to look at my pantry. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. There we go. Just pan out so you can see what that looks like. And then we're going to come over here. Now my kitchen and dining area here does step down, so it's almost like a sunken kitchen, which I think is actually kind of cool. And this house has very low ceilings. I'm 5'3" and I can touch the ceiling in this dining area, so that'll give you an idea of how low the ceilings are in this house. So what we're looking at here is my Big Chill fridge. They're based out of Boulder, Colorado. And when I bought this house, I knew I had to remodel the kitchen because it was just a hot mess. It was stuck back in the 70s and it wasn't in very good shape. So this fridge was on my wish list of things to get, and I think it was like $2,300. And this is the retro one, so it looks like a 1950s fridge, and it is all metal stamped body. It's an actual Whirlpool component fridge, and then the rest of it is made by Big Chill chrome, and this is the turquoise color. It comes in lots of different colors, and I absolutely love this fridge. That's the focal point. So anybody that comes into my house and comes into the kitchen area, that's usually the first thing they ask about. And then over here, I have a front door that I actually don't use because I have 4 other entrances to this house. So I've got that covered with the drop cloth as curtains. And this is my coffee bar area here. This cabinet, I just bought that from Wayfair probably about 6 years ago. And it was my coffee bar in my other house. And then lots of cute little vintage things, just a little vintage shelf that I painted. And I've just got some decor on there. Some of it's seasonal because it was Christmas just yesterday. Some beautiful green gate. These are from Europe, what they call the latte cups. I absolutely love those. And then I have my little tea set over here with the holder for it that came from Amazon. My coffee bar area. And then these windows here overlook the side of my garden area. And you can see we do have snow, and it's a rather cloudy day, but there's still good light coming in here. And then I'm going to pan out to show you this dining area. And this is actually homemade. Somebody made this, and I bought it at a vintage shop. And it comes with 2 wooden benches. I've got one of them out in the hallway, and then the other side here, I bought a nice little upholstered bench. I got that from Walmart. And my cats, I have 3 cats, and they love to lay on that and lounge. And when it is sunny, the sun's coming in over here, so they like to lay out here. And then I have a set of French doors that opens out into the garden area. These I'm going to replace in the spring because they're quite old and they do leak some cold air. So that's on the list to replace those. And then over here, I just have a nice little shelf area with a little mini cabinet. And this is actually where all of my tea bags and tea accessories are. Okay, and I just painted it white. It was like a brown or a black color. And then here's a little window that overlooks my back porch onto the backyard. And then we're going to take a look at my kitchen cabinetry. So when this house um, originally had the kitchen in it, the cabinets ended where the sink was, and it was like one of those shallow stainless steel sinks. And so right next to the sink was the actual stove, and then next to the stove in the corner there was just a little rolling cart. So I just extended it, made it a 10-foot long section of cabinets. These cabinets I bought online. They're RTA ready to assemble. They were very easy to put together, and it's by Jarlin Cabinetry. I believe they're out of Florida. The farmhouse sink that came from Amazon, and I absolutely love it. And the faucet, I got that at Menards. That's an American Standard. And when we put this in, I wanted it off center, and I love how that turned out. And my countertop is actually a wood, acacia wood. It's from Menards, I believe. That 10-foot long piece was only $300, so very cost effective. And I sanded and stained it myself with a gel stain, and then I sealed it 3 times so you can get water on it and it's not going to damage the wood. However, I am careful. I do not cut anything on it, and I do not put anything super hot on it. I use a trivet for that. So the cabinets did not come with the hardware. That hardware I actually got at Hobby Lobby, and they came in that black color. So when they're on sale 50% off, it's actually a pretty good deal. And then we'll look at my open farmhouse shelves. Because the ceilings are so low in here, I just thought no upper cabinets for me. I'm going to do some open shelves. So that was just some leftover wood that I stained the same as the countertop. The brackets came from Hobby Lobby. And then you can see some of my holiday decor. So I love switching out and styling these shelves. It's so much fun. And then some little battery operated lights over the stove that I can turn on. And I do have puck lights up underneath each of the shelves on either side of the sink here. And those are remote controlled, and they also have different colors. So that's kind of cool. You can turn them on for green or red for the holiday season. And just a cute little spice rack here. All of these things are vintage, antique, thrifted. And then a place to hold my oils and my sea salt. And then these little shelves right here on this side, how I've styled those out. Ironstone pitcher, just some cute little things. Okay. And then over here, I just wanted to show you this because I love this. This is my dish soap and my hand soap. These dispensers came from Amazon, and the little glass dish that they're in, usually you get those with a lid, and those were meant to go into the refrigerator. So this one didn't come with a lid, and I think I paid $1 for it. So I absolutely love how that looks. And then my stove, and up above I have a little shelf that I hung up and just styled that. And then that little hanging cage light there that plugs in, and it's got the rope on it, and I use that when I'm cooking in the evening to get some light over here into the corner. So I absolutely love that. And then if we take a look down here at the flooring, you can see my flooring. It's the Smart Core. This is exclusive to Lowe's, and it's the waterproof, and I absolutely love it. Super easy to keep clean, and I think it looks fantastic. Pretty easy to install as well. And then here's my island. Now this was in the house when I bought the house, and it's in the same exact spot. It was brown, so all I did was paint it white, and then I painted the hardware black on it, left the counter, the top of it, the original color. And then I just put a little thrifted shelf over here that I painted white. Just attach that to the end, and I've got some decor on there as well. And then coming over here, so this little section here, this is just a built-in. Down below there, that's a little door. It's got some storage underneath. There's a little cubby right there, and then some shelves. So I just styled those up with some vintage decor, thrifted decor. And then behind that little herb sign there, I think I got that from Amazon too. That's where my breaker box is, so that hides that. And then these panels that are over this patio door that goes out onto my sun porch. And then we have my very large dining room. So this room here was also quite a mess. It was all painted yellow. It had the primed but not painted popcorn ceiling, so I had to take all that down, painted everything white. And the white that I used in most of my house is called Du Jour. I absolutely love that color. And these cabinets, I watched a couple of YouTube videos and learned how to build these myself, learned how to use some power tools. And these are actually upper cabinets. And I built 2x4 base for under them to raise them up off the floor. And then the top two shelves on either side are actually little 3 shelf bookshelves. And I got all of this stuff from Menards. And you can see the barn board is over here. And I just, built this out, finished it off how I wanted it to look. And then there's some unpainted trim pieces that I got. And then over here, you can see that there's a couple of lights hanging there. Now, those are not wired into anything. Those actually have the puck lights in them. It's remote controlled, so I can turn those on. And I love how that turned out. And then that shelf there, if you can see that, that's great because when I have a party, I can actually use that as my buffet serving area. And underneath there right now is the kitty stuff. So when, of course, I have a party, I do move that into the other room. And then here's the other side of my built-in dining area. So lots of additional storage I created because this house does not have a lot of it. And then here's how I styled up some of my shelves. Just different vintage items, things that I've found at the thrift store, things that I've had for years. A clock from Hobby Lobby and my little bar cart. And this actually came from IKEA. And of course, now you can buy these little utility carts anywhere. I use it for a bar cart, and it's absolutely wonderful. So when I'm entertaining, I can just wheel that around. And then, of course, just a little cabinet here with some vintage crystal and different tchotchkes. And then we'll look over here to see how I styled these. I mean, some of this stuff I've just picked up for $1, $2. And of course, it's just what I like. You do what you like. And I don't have any specific style. I just know what I like. And yes, I'm probably more of what you call a maximalist. I'm not very minimal. But I find this room to be very cozy and I do enjoy it. And then over here, I have this, I guess it's like a French provincial, excuse me, china cabinet. And I bought this painted this color quite a while ago, and I actually didn't want to get rid of it, so I took it with me. And it doesn't exactly go with everything else that's in here, but it kind of does. You know what I'm saying? You just do what you want to do. There's no rules. I don't follow rules and, oh, you got to have 3 on this shelf and 4 on that shelf. I just don't do that. I just do what I like because it's what makes me happy. And then just some of the stuff I have inside. And yes, I actually do use this vintage crystal and china, and I have so much fun with it because you only live once. You've got to use your beautiful things. Don't save them for best, right? So yeah, this room, like I said, I painted it white with that du jour, took down the popcorn ceiling, and then if I pan up, you can see these panels here. Those are actually styrofoam. You can buy these a couple of different places online. You can get them on Amazon. That's where I got them. And they just get installed with an adhesive, right? And like the Power Grab. And these are made in Poland. Aren't they gorgeous? Totally solved my problem and made this dining area look just so cozy and so warm. New light fixture. And then, of course, here's my dining table all dressed up in the holiday plaid. And it is too small yet, even though I did the built-ins. It's still too small for this dining room because it's so large. So I am going to get myself a larger oval-shaped dining table for in here. I think that'll look a little bit better. Plus, it'll take off some of the edge in here because there's a lot of square corners in here right now. And then this little settee, I just thought looked cute at my dining table. This was something I picked up for free. Somebody had thrown it out at an art shop. They were using it for props, I guess, for photography or whatnot. And I asked them if I could have it, and they said sure. So I actually kept it, in its same color. I did not change any of it, and I love it so much. It's just so cute in here. There you go. Yeah, so let's pan out just a little bit more so you can get a really good view of what that dining area looks like. And believe it or not, behind this side of the built-ins, there used to be a door going into the utility room, but there was also another door for the utility room on the other side of that wall out in the hallway. And so in order for me to put this built-in here, I had to close up that door, and that's exactly what I did. Okay, so there we go. There's a tour of my dining room and my kitchen. I hope you enjoyed this video. If I find any of the links to things like the tea set and things like that from Amazon, I'll link them below in case you're interested. Please leave me a comment, or if you have questions or would like to know where I've gotten different things or any questions on like the flooring or what else I did in here for remodeling. And this was done on a budget. So this whole entire remodel of both of these rooms, I think, was probably just under $13,000. And that includes all of the appliances as well. So definitely done on a budget. And of course, I saved probably $3 grand on labor because I learned how to lay the flooring out there in the hallway, and I learned how to do the built-ins myself. So that saved me even more money. Please give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel where I post fashion content and lifestyle/home content. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Bye.